Hello and welcome to this Sunday's video where we are going to have a perfect French afternoon in Saint-Emilion, starting with lunch in this restaurant Lune, because we're here with Anna and Ed, who are going to tell us about the wine experiences. What is this? I mean, I'm so happy to be your guinea pig, honestly. This is fantastic.
Chateau Diaries used to produce wine.
Yeah.
We both love wine.
Yeah.
And why not share our passion with other people that love wine?
Yeah.
Like first night get together, drinks down by the caves, you showing more about wine, and then day out in Saint-Emilion like we're going to do, and some delicious food.
Today we're going to go and meet Mickaël and Valerie. Very, very interesting viticultors, enthusiastic and very knowledgeable, which is really important for people when they come to do a wine tasting.
And will this be one of the restaurants that you bring?
Yes.
This will be one of the places.
I think people are going to love our wine weekends.
But I'm already loving it, and we're at the very beginning. And look, I have to show you
That looks
starting with
delicious.
octopus.
Oh wow!
It looks amazing. It's so beautiful. Okay, well, cheers, everyone, and
Cheers.
to success with your
Cheers.
wine weekend.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers.
Cheers to
Valerie.
It's not because you're behind the camera you can't have fun. I know you ordered the magret de canard, but I didn't realise you get the entire duck.
Me neither.
It's incredible.
That looks delicious.
Oh, it looks good. And I'm going to come and look at yours, Anna, because you got the cauliflower that we saw when we came in. Pass it received, we walked in.
This is the owner, Pierre, and also the chef.
This is wonderful. I've never seen anything like it.
Well, it's good because you can drill on the top and cook like a plancha.
Yeah, amazing. Cauliflower.
No, cool.
Oh, no, cauliflower.
Oh, yes. We're hungry, that's why. We're just looking at the food.
It's amazing.
It smells delicious. And then I said, I cannot not have it. I had to.
It does look beautiful, and that's on hummus.
On hummus,
Marie
with
would love
little
this.
pine nuts on the sides. I'm looking forward to trying it.
And Ed and I are having the same thing.
Hunk of beef.
Hunk of beef with potatoes.
That looks as well.
Bon appetit, everyone.
Bon appetit.
It is time for dessert, and I have the chocolate mousse. Actually, let's just have a little look at what it's like inside. Ooh.
That looks good. But
over there.
Look at this stuff.
The eaten mess side of the table.
This looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
It was amazing.
The meal, delicious. The place, beautiful. I
It's
mean,
beautiful.
it's amazing.
Thank you very much.
And you used to work in England?
Yes.
In London and Newcastle?
Yeah. 2 years in London, 3.5 years in Newcastle.
And where were you in Newcastle?
Newcastle was just Mundine House.
Well, I love it. Honestly, it was just the best meal. Incredible.
We'll be back, won't we, Steph?
Oh yeah, we'll be back. Thanks. So we've arrived at Chateau Haut Goujon. I have never been to wine tasting in Saint-Emilion before.
First time.
First time.
We can't wait for you to try it.
Happy to be with you for it.
So one of the things that I absolutely love about Valerie and Mickaël's chateau is the chandelier as you come in. It's a Murano chandelier, and you love Murano.
I love Murano.
But the color of the glass there is obviously Bordeaux red. So it just everything fits together.
It's like wine spilling down from the ceiling.
It is.
It is beautiful.
That leads on to my favourite part, the wine.
No, come on. Surely it's a chandelier, Ed. What are you talking about? Are these your bottles?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. From Montagne Saint-Emilion and La Lande de Pomerol.
Oh, you have Lalande de Pomerol.
Yeah.
This is very exciting for us because we're from the Chateau de Lalande. So sometimes when we go to people's houses, they give us the Lalande de Pomerol because they know it's the same name.
Okay, so it's perfect.
Yes.
And we have created new cuvées without sulfite added. A new design.
Yes. So a much more modern one there.
Yeah, much
I like
modern.
it. And Valerie just explained to me that one of the exciting things about sulfate-free wine is not just that it's commercial and that it's better for headaches.
Definitely.
But that the wine can express itself in a completely different way. Because when you add the sulfates, it blocks the wine, it protects it, but it also stops it from developing. Whereas if you don't add them, it can develop in very surprising, unusual ways, unexpected ways. And that means you need to add a little oxygen to the mix and then then when you do that, you
it
have a
opens
surprise
up and it's a brand
each
new
time. Yes.
wine and flavour, which is even better.
Yeah, so we'll be trying that later, which I'm very excited about. This is where it all happens. Oh, the smell. I wish you could smell this. This is exciting to be in the first stage of the process, the wine barrels being brought in. What can you tell us about the wine barrels?
The wine aging in the barrels, it's the best. We select the best Merlot, the best Malbec, the best Cab, and we age in the New Oak barrel, French New Oak. We select the cooperage with the cooper, put the signature on the barrels, and here we have the signature. So me, after I've tasted, I say I prefer
BW.
this guy.
I'm amazed. Honestly, I knew that the barrels made a big difference and the wood made a difference, but
the
person
character
who
of the
makes
cooper is inside.
No, really?
Exactly. Because when you test, you see the difference.
The man who makes the barrel.
When we test the same wine but with the two different cooper, we have the different character on the wine. It's better when we use different cooper to have different character.
Yes.
You see the same of you when you are with friends.
Each person
It's the
brings
same
something.
wood, but the end of the cooper and the character of the cooper put the difference on the wine.
I love that. So something very exciting is happening to this barrel, and this is being pumped into one of the very big vats in the room we just walked through, because in that room they make the blends. And the pump that they use to do this is very interesting. Let's go and have a little look at that. This pump is absolutely fascinating because you can see there's a nitrogen tank behind me, and that's because every time the wine is moved, it has to be protected from oxygen. The oxygen would change the wine too much. So nitrogen accompanies it on its journey. The nitrogen acts as a protective blanket, keeping the oxygen at bay. Adding the nitrogen to protect the wine in this way is the same as having an extremely hygienic area. It's one of the precautions that people can take, which mean that you need less sulfates added to the wine because the wine is protected in a lot of small ways like this in every stage of its journey. Now we're going to get to taste the new blend.
80% Malbec and 10% Cabernet Sauvignon and 10% Merlot.
And how many coopers?
How many cooper? 5 or 6 different coopers.
Okay. I'm fascinated by the thought of different coopers making a difference to the wine. I'd never heard it before.
Yes, it's too easy to drink, Steph. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. No,
You
that
like
is, I like it very much.
Every year is different. Every vintage is different. So we must adapt the blend too. And your personality all the year.
Every year you evolve. You have different emotions that year. You have different desires.
I would like to make wine when the customer drink the wine, they have a special emotion. So we say,
Goosebumps.
and I say, so it's good job.
Yes, look for the goosebumps.
Yeah.
When they are testing, both men, they like to have a woman to test with them, because when we drink a wine, we drink it with sense.
Yes.
We smell it, we look at it, and just taste with all our senses.
All the senses.
Yes.
That's very true.
Yes.
And how would you say that men traditionally tasted wine then? What was the difference in the men's approach?
Boisé more wood.
Oakier,
Yeah.
stronger, heavier wines.
Yes.
So
Strong
less.
attack.
There's a little more delicacy now.
Yes.
But with the soil we have on the property, it's the blend with the gravelly and sand, little bit clay. So with the gravelly we make the wine very fine, elegant. But it's very hard to make the wine where in the wine you have the elegance and the fineness. Build the wine stronger, everybody is possible for everybody. But very delicate and longer in the mouth and velvety and
The machines have kicked in, so we're going to carry on drinking next door.
Good idea.
One must drink in peace.
Exactly, and enjoy.
Such an elegant wine.
It is delicious. So we're gonna sample some amazing wines.
I like to make special wine. Cuvée Malbec too, because in Bordeaux you have this grape variety. In the property we have 5 different grape variety: Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Malbec, and Petit Verdot a little bit. So Malbec is 80% Malbec, 20% Merlot. Aging in the New York, very spicy wine, interesting. It's interesting to drink this wine with food, exotic food.
Yes.
You see?
Or spicy.
Spicy.
Because it's very
yes.
spicy wine.
It's very rare in this area of Bordeaux to have 80% Malbec and 20% Merlot.
Normally, it's not possible to blend with 80% Malbec and 20% Merlot.
So how did you do it?
Because I'm not a good guy.
But when it is written forbidden,
Yes.
Every time. C'est vrai.
most of it.
It's dangerous. No, I'm not dangerous, but...
Well, I want to try the dangerous wine then.
Attends.
This is a very interesting system.
To protect wine as well with nitrogen.
So the same thing, this is nitrogen here being pumped into the bottle.
To move on oxygen.
Yes. It's so clever because the bottle's still sealed. Yes. And yet the wine's gone down. Look at that.
Because of the cork, it just seals up and that's it.
So this wine has been 7 years in the bottle waiting for this moment.
He was possibly waiting for a better moment.
Ed, no, come on. We had to meet now. The wine knew this was going to happen.
Exactly. It's really nice.
It
It's
really is.
different than the other wine you tasted.
Very different.
The character is different. Young is very nice, very interesting because it's young, it's fruity and woody, but this is
This wine is much shorter in the mouth than the Merlot. It's much less round than the Merlot. It gives it a freshness and a bit of a tension and a spiciness, which you're saying is very good with quite fatty foods almost, like lasagna, something rounder in the food, and then this adds the freshness and interest. It is delicious. Philip, I bet you want this with lasagna right now.
Yes.
I'm excited about this next wine because we're going to try the Liberty, which is the sulfate-free wine that you created, the sort of freedom wine. Does the Liberty name represent the fact that the wine is free?
it's free. Very, a very different character.
It's very important for us. Freedom.
If you don't have a Bordeaux on the label, when you taste this wine, we say I'm not in the Bordeaux. So it's another wine.
Oh, interesting. I can't wait to try.
Yeah.
He's not telling you something fairly important here, and he's not the kind of people to brag. But these wines here got exceptional grades. In the Hachette guide, it got 3 stars. Now he's up there with Petrus and all the big boys.
Oh, you were keeping very quiet about this.
No, the wine
They're
is
not the kind of people
exceptional.
to brag about it.
No.
These are, to put it in perspective, these are exceptional wines at a decent price.
Yeah. How long have you been doing this?
25 years. I'm the 4th generation.
Because it's really in your blood.
Yeah.
It's been in your family for so long, and
Yeah.
you're bringing in new ideas.
Yeah.
And this is the one that got 3 stars in the Guide Hachette, which is the highest you can get. And it was unanimously voted with the highest marks by the jury. So congratulations. It's just amazing. Let's try. Yes. It's possible to drink this quality at a lower price with this wine.
So it's 2016. All the wine we created are different. You will see the different character. But in all this wine, you have the same trame, how do you say?
Elegance. Oh,
Okay.
Line, the same
Line.
same line.
Exactly.
Linking
Elegance,
everything.
Elegance,
Yes.
good, elegance, and velvety, and so it's important.
Here there's quite a big difference between the initial flavour and then what's left.
But it's younger than the other.
Yes.
It's a jazzy wine.
A jazzy wine.
Wine, nice. I like Philly. I like that.
You listen in the cellar when I make wine.
There's music.
Every time when I work in this cellar, we use the music. But it's most of the music is jazzy, but it's rock and roll, it's rap, it's international
Yes.
music. So me, I like to make wine with the music because it's important. And the first time is for the winemaker, after for the wine, but it's important because the vibration. Me, when I work with the good ambience,
Yes.
you have the same in the wine. You have the good ambience in the wine.
Yes.
So the energy, the good energy I have, the good energy the wine will be.
And that happens at every stage. So the energy of the cooper goes into the barrel, which goes into the
It's the
wine,
same.
and then
Every
your
time.
energy goes into the wine.
We work, on travaille avec du vivant en fait. So It just one.
It's living, it's free.
Yeah.
Yes.
After, another creation?
Another creation. I like your creation.
Petit verre d'eau. Along the Pomerol, in the right bank, you don't find Petit verre d'eau. So me, I planted in 2013 this grape variety to make another wine too. So you have Petit verre d'eau 100%. Just 300 bottles in left, and that's
Oof.
it.
300.
Unique.
We're spoiled.
Yeah, but it's very interesting too. Very fruity and elegant and fatness.
This is your favourite, isn't it?
I like it.
Okay.
So it's the special wine because we don't find this grape variety in my appellation. So me, I planted just 700 feet to try.
So this is a grape that you can really only get a very good harvest from every 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
and you're never too sure.
Yeah.
And that's why you cannot make this every year.
Yeah.
Well, I find it extraordinary that every stage of the winemaking process is one of experimentation, and each stage is so important. So just from what you plant through to then how you mix it, which barrel it was made by which man, every single stage.
So much possibility.
So many, thousands, infinite possibilities for any wine. This is the one that you planted, the new vines that you planted in that gravelly clay soil.
Most of the time we plant on the clay.
Yes.
Because this grape variety like the water.
Yes.
But on the gravelly, you don't have a lot of water. But I say, yeah, it's difficult, but it's an experience. And but the wine is very different too. So me, I would like to create the different wine. So I have the different wine, but not a lot of quantity, but different.
You got your wine.
Yeah.
This is the soil that your husband was saying gives the finesse to wine, the delicacy. It's the gravel.
Because if you imagine, I put on water on it.
Yes.
It just
Yes.
flew down. So when the vineyards are a little stressed by a lack of water, you've got soft tannin.
So in fact, a good draining soil creates a nicer wine.
But he was explaining to you that it's difficult as well, because with temperatures and the summer we have, it's difficult to put the vineyards to bring you healthy grapes.
Yes.
Yeah. But if you succeed, you've got this softness in your nose.
I found it a lot on the nose, it's a lot stronger, and it's a lot more jammy as a wine. So
Jammy
more
wine.
Concentrated.
I really like this one.
It's delicious. It's
Because
too
you have
nice.
a lot of fruits.
So good. I think that's why you're saying jammy. Yeah. So much fruit. And it just goes...
It's the particularity of this grape. Petit verre d'eau, a lot of fruits. Fruits.
The kind of Parma violet taste at the end.
Ooh, let
You
me
remember
try.
Parma violets, yeah?
Of course. True Brit, but let me give it a shot. I see what you mean. It's quite a gentle aftertaste, this one. It's like an explosion, and then much more gentle afterwards.
But it keep on moving
Yes.
softly at the end.
Yes, but it's very soft at the end. And what would you eat this with?
Fennel tuna, something like that.
Oh, I like the way you're going full into the recipe. Not just tuna, fennel tuna.
Yeah. So done on the barbecue with the fennel.
Yeah.
We've just had a massive lunch and you're making me hungry.
Same.
Fennel tuna. Have you tried yours, Philip?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, try.
Reminds me a bit of blackberries, so like cassis. Yeah, it's nice.
This bottle, it's a special creation because I have an experience in Napa with a French winemaker, and I came back with a different idea for the future in my wine. In 2009, I met Luc Morlaix to Napa, he's a French winemaker, and he say, if one day you want to work with me, you say, look, I would like to work with you, and you say, come. So in 2010, I decided to go. So I prepare here my family. I live 7 months.
Yes.
And so for me, it was a great experience. When we arrive in Napa and we are alone with a Mexican guy in the winery, and I saw different technique, I say, I would like to continue to create and change this, the traditional, continue to do because here most of the clients, the customer is an independent customer. French independent customers. So they like this wine. So I continue and
You make that,
progress the quality, but create other things.
And which house is this that's on the front of the original bottle?
It's the parents' house.
Yes.
And I was born in this house.
Oh, wow. So it's really your family house. You were born there.
Yeah.
How wonderful. It's very beautiful.
I don't know.
Yeah, it
But
is.
it's traditional
It's very beautiful.
border house.
Yes,
It's
yes.
Cuvée 500, 500. It's a special wine because I make and I age this wine in the big barrels, 500 liter. So they have just 1,500 bottle of this wine. And we decided with Valerie to sell just now. So
you've had this all this time. This is the first one that you made then?
So it's unique.
Unique. Yes, this is this is unique.
Unique wine.
I am very excited to try the first wine that you created on your return. 2011.
Exactly. So the vintage is 11. It's a vintage, not a great vintage in Bordeaux. 11 was a vintage more closed. And il a mis du temps. He do the time takes time to open.
Takes time to blossom.
And it's certainly blossoming now.
Yes.
But now it's
excellent.
Smells wonderful.
and making and aging in the 500 liter barrels, New Oak, French New Oak, with d'Arnajou barrels. It's my cousins and my neighbor. We put the berries in the big barrels and make the wine with my hand. And do the punch down, and it's a manual wine.
It is, because you hand harvest it all the grapes in little baskets,
Directly.
and then
The result is this.
I love this.
It's really
I
nice.
really love this one.
For me, this wine's heading more towards a more conventional Pomerol. Not the Pomerol, but a Pomerol.
Yep.
So what's the difference between a Lalande de Pomerol and a regular Pomerol?
Lalande de Pomerol touch Pomerol, or Pomerol touch Lalande de Pomerol. They have quite the same soil, but Pomerol, on the Pomerol, they have a special plateau where you find the great chateau, comme Petrus, Trotanois, Certan. Lalande de Pomerol, you have the great soil too. But the story of Lalande de Pomerol is less important than the Pomerol.
So it doesn't have the same history.
Yeah.
As somebody living in Bordeaux, you crave for finding a wine like this, which is of exceptional quality
Yes,
at a
absolutely.
reasonable price.
Yes.
Because your Liberté has been awarded the same award as a Petrus.
Correct.
And not 2,000
But the
euros
style
a bottle?
is different.
No.
How much is this one?
40.
40. A little bit different. Yeah. So how would you describe this one?
So it's a classic Pomerol for me. So it's elegant, velvety, and little bit woody. After 10 years or 8 years in the bottles, the wood and the fruits are married now.
Yes.
And so it's marvelous.
It's that velvetiness that I love so much.
Velvety.
We're going to end by trying one of your new wines, the sulfate-free one.
Yep.
Cœur de Soie, Heart of Silk.
Exactly.
So with this, you're taking Lalande de Pomerol in a new direction.
Yeah, no direction. It's young, but it's very fruity and
I love it.
round.
For me, it's
I love
It's
it.
a new wine.
Yes.
It's like a painting, and this, it's too nice. I mean,
It's too nice.
You can't have too
nice.
I need a bottle.
It's easy to drink.
It's very interesting, and you were saying that this is very good for an
For
aperitif
barbecue.
dénatoire,
Barbecue.
light,
For the
easy,
summer, it's perfect.
and yet it's still complex.
Yeah.
It's still interesting. You're churning out experiments every year.
Yeah.
Difficult to choose.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to try the wines that we've been talking about, these are available for France. or for America, but I'll put details below. But the American ones differ because they're more expensive, obviously, because of the import taxes, and so you compensate a little bit for that by adding some of the very special ones that we've tried. So some of those would be in the American ones.
Like la 500 Petit Verdot.
So even the 500 and the Petit Verdot, yes. For anyone in France, there's also a subscription where you can pay €70 a month and you get 3 bottles per month for the whole year, plus 1 Magnum. Yeah, each year. Okay, that's very exciting. I'm quite tempted actually by that. That's really wonderful. If you're interested in buying any of this wine and trying it at home, I will put all of the links to purchase it in the description box below this video. So have a look, and whichever country you're in, you'll hopefully be able to find someone that you can buy it from. In the meantime, I would love to take a few bottles of this home. Yes, I will definitely get this. Because I'm sure we've got a few barbecues coming up this summer. Don't you think about that?
Definitely.
Thank you so much. It has been absolutely wonderful. I've loved this afternoon. And it was really wonderful for me to be able to discover more about La Lande de Pomerol and to taste something so fresh and new in it too. Yeah, you're really an artist. Congratulations.
I hope for you it's a new experience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and thank you, Edna, for bringing us here. I've loved it. And thanks for being behind the camera the whole time. Cheers. Cheers. Merci. Cheers.
Cheers.
A huge thank you to all of our patrons at Lalande who are making this vlog possible, especially our Dauphin and Dauphine of Lalande, Yedland, Ether, Alice, Alan, Dan Bander, Wailing Banshee, Brian Bernard, Brandon and John Michael, Cecilia Begum, Denise Behrens, Danelle Benakovich, Jill Bidwell, Candice Blackburn, Candice Ned Borkowski, Clara Butcher, Paolina Calabro, Chloe Chalikani, Lindsay C. Chelton, Stephen Sarah Cole, Linda Sue Concepcion, Erin Conklin, Zoe Dork, Sylvia Dems, Jim Demersman and Richard Patternord, Sakura Dennis, Zane Dixon, Jackie Ellison, Nicholas W. Fairfax, Tracy Ferrari, Caroline First, Kevin Fossum, Fifi Greenberg, Crystal Hardy, Brenda Harris, Delane Holbrook, Kim Hasselhoff, David and Tong Henderson, Jacqueline Holmes and Ken Bates, Priscilla Hubler, Sandra Hawley, Melissa Jansen, Brian Kelsey and Phil Byrne, Jimmy Kemp, Nadia Kennedy, Lisa LaForge, Dave and Summer Lalande, Morgan Lawley, Angel Leonard, Victoria Lepine, Janet Huff Lombard, Marina, Frank Martin, Meredith, Robert Miller, Joanne Morton, Karen Nicholson, Kathy Norrie, JC Award, Maureen Palmer, Wendy Piatek, Frank Poposky and James Snow, Tamara Price, Amin Rahman, Tonya Renee, RJB, Bettina Rojek, Hanny Ross, Mary Ryan, Elizabeth Scanlon, Sven Schreiber, Lisa Schultz, Jennifer Shanks, Rebecca Shorrock, Carl and Laurie Siebert, Teresa Sloan, Patty Suhu, Susan Stevens, Monty Stapora, Sabrina Surratt, Anne the Leaf House, Sarah Thornton, Colleen Troyer, Renee Valelli, Victoria, Jessica Walker, Randy Walton, Laura Watkins, Lucas Wallen, James Whalen, Cheryl Whittaker, Linda Viest, Christine Wilson, Winnie de la Cockapoo, Greg Wood, David Young and Ludovico Ordinazzo. And thank you to all of you